What's up guys, Max Reef here with a new video and a brand new tank. We upgraded from the Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon all the way up to the Waterbox 50.3 all-in-one. Before we get into this video, if you guys could please consider following my socials. On Instagram, it's @MaxReef, and also please consider subscribing to this channel if you guys find anything useful or interesting in this video. Let's get into it. All right guys, so it has been forever since I posted my last video. I think it's been 9 or 10 months, somewhere in that ballpark. The last time you saw me, I had the Fluval Evo 13.5 gallon nano tank, and since then I have upgraded to the Waterbox 50.3. This tank has been nothing but amazing for me so far. I have had some struggles that we'll get into, but so far I'm absolutely loving it. So I'll talk about the specs on this tank real quick, just to quickly go over that. It is a 50.3 gallon tank with about 40 gallons or so in the main display. And then you have about 12 or 13 in the back since it is an all-in-one. So it is a big upgrade from the Fluval Evo 13, but it's not too big to where it's overwhelming. So it's been pretty good for me so far. All right, so underneath the tank, it actually has some really good storage. The one thing I don't like about it is there is no shelves. It's not that big of a deal, but a little inconvenience. On this side, I have my ATO, all my random supplies, cups, filter floss, things of that nature. And then I actually built that controller board just to clean up the wires. It was a little sloppy at first, but that cleaned it up really nicely. It was a super easy project to do. I spent 20 bucks on the entire thing, so it's been great. So as far as equipment goes on this tank, there's really not much that's different than the Fluval Evo. I did have to add another AI Prime, which was obvious because we have more surface area to cover. In the back, I'm running the in-tank media chamber, which I also had in the other tank, however this one's bigger. I do have the AI Nero 3. This thing's a beast. I love it. I'm probably gonna get another one. I'm running the Tons 9004 protein skimmer. I will link everything down below. Got my ATO coming up over the back there. I'm still running filter sock on this one. I do need to get the in-tank for that side, but that is coming very soon. And then I have a Mighty Jet return pump, which I will also link in the description below. As for livestock that is in the tank, some things have changed, some have stayed the same. I've lost some corals. It's really disappointing because right when I was transitioning this tank from my Nano was in the best shape it has ever been in before. Corals were absolutely exploding. My candy canes took off. Ever since I added them over to this tank, they have not done well. So I'm getting a little bit of a new tank syndrome in this. I did set this up back in January, and it is now late June posting this. So it's had plenty of time to cycle and do everything that it needed to do. So what I've noticed in starting this tank up is that my LPS has struggled really badly. Softies have done okay in the tank. I wouldn't say that they're really growing, but they are just staying kind of where they are. The clam has been thriving. I think the last time I posted this guy was tiny. So he has seen some major growth. So that's a big update for you guys. Same with this toadstool. Big growth on that since the last time I posted. This frog spawn was actually doing really well in the nano. And as soon as I added it over here, he's kind of struggled a little bit. He's not dying, but he's not thriving. The torch in the back corner over here, that guy was super tiny in the nano, and he's done okay since adding him in here. Again, he's not thriving. The candy canes, as I just alluded to, those struggled. It looks like they're not gonna make it. I'm just kind of holding on just until those last few heads die off to see if there's any chance of recovery. But that's kind of where the corals are at with this tank. It's a little frustrating, especially since my water parameters have been pretty good. So as far as things that I brought over from the nano tank, there's really not a ton besides the coral and the clam. Rocks, pretty much everything in this tank is brand new. It was all dry rock. This entire structure here, which I spent a couple of days coming up with the aquascape, and putting everything together, letting it cure. I built a little island over here. What I want to happen is for this bottom section to be mushroom slash zoa garden, and then up top will be all euphyllia, torches, and things of that nature. For rocks that I brought over, like I said, there wasn't much. I brought over this rock with the orange zoas on it, and then the GSP rock back there. Everything else was brand new. I got all new sand, which was much needed, and that is about it for new additions. All right, so as far as livestock goes for the tank, I'm sure you've been seeing them swim around. I still do have the original 2 clowns that I had in the Nano. Those guys are my all-stars, absolutely love them. I did pick up this Atlantic Blue Tang. It is a juvenile, so right now it's in the yellow stage. As it grows, it will get blue. I understand this tank may not be suitable for an adult tang. I will cross that bridge once we get there, but for now, he's happy. There's plenty of room for him, and he's loving it in there. There is a Royal Grandma that actually hides out in between these 2 rocks. There's a cave back there. He does come out for feedings, and mostly in the mornings and the evenings. During the day, kind of tucks away. So he's really cool when he comes out. I do have a starfish on the back wall there. Like I said, again, he's more active during the nighttime hours, kind of chills out during the day. And then for corals, I did mention a lot of it is the same from the Nano. Some of it is new that you haven't seen. I've got some eagle eye zoas over there that broke off of this colony. So I threw them over there. I'm gonna try and grow some. This is one of the Recordia mushrooms from the last tank. Again, the candy canes, which absolutely exploded, and since then have died, which I'm very heartbroken about that. Got the green mushroom that I've had forever, the frog spawn, a couple more mushrooms, toadstool, zoas, the clam, which again is thriving. I've got all my zoas over here. I think these are ash cracks. We got rastas, blue hornets, more eagle eyes, some purple one, I don't know. And then I've just got orange mushrooms down there. So let me know what you guys think. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm really trying to stay patient with it. I'm not gonna add too much too fast, but eventually I wanna get this whole thing covered in corals. I think that's everyone's goal in this hobby, but in due time, it will come. All right, so that's all I have for this video today on the update with the Waterbox 50.3. If you guys could, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you found anything interesting, I will try and keep us updated on this tank, probably more so than I did with the Nano. If you guys have any suggestions as to what may have happened with my candy canes or why I'm not seeing some of the growth out of these corals, please comment down below. As I mentioned earlier in the video, everything that you see here will be linked down below. If you have any questions, please let me know. Like I said, if you could throw me a like, that would also be much appreciated. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks.